Okay, everybody, we're going to talk about the first part of our lesson right now. Again, we're talking about Fame, which is a new movie that you might want to check out. And I know this movie covers the lives of these high school students in this special high school in New York City. And it covers all 4 of their years in high school, talking about student life and romance and self-discovery and all those sorts of things. And we also get to see them perform and dance in the process.
Yeah, it's a musical, so you'll see a lot of singing and dancing in this movie, as well as, of course, acting, which is in every movie. Well, everyone wants to grow up famous, or that's what they think of when they're young. Oh, someday I want to be famous too. You know, it's just a dream a lot of kids have. Well, you gotta have some talent sometimes to really become famous. If you're a great actor or a great singer or musician, you might have what it takes to become famous, which just means you have the skill or talent to become famous one day yourself.
Right, so I think I can be famous because I got what it takes. That's just an example. Of course, it's too late for me to ever be famous again. Well, let's go to New York City, where Stephanie here lived for about 10 years, right? Okay, at the New York City High School for Performing Arts, this is the setting for the movie Fame, and at that high school, students are given the chance to live out this dream of being famous, okay? So this is the setting. If you talk about the setting of a movie or of a novel, you're basically just talking about where the story in the movie takes place, where it happens.
Yeah, this is a very famous high school. You have to actually audition to get in. So you have to have a lot of talent in the first place. And unfortunately, there happen to be a lot of talented kids who grow up in New York. So it's hard to get in. Well, students there are given the chance to live out their dreams. When you have a dream, it's something you really hope will come true one day. Sometimes dreams seem a little impossible, but if you get to live out your dream, it means you actually get to do what you had wanted to do, what you imagined you could do or dreamed of doing someday. And that's what these kids get to do, live out their dreams. Now, to live out's our shortcut for you. Let's take a closer look.
Shortcut for you.
Hey, look, I just won the lotto.
Wow, that's great. You're gonna be rich.
Yeah, now I can finally live out my dreams.
What? You're gonna do what to your dreams?
Live out? That means to achieve something that you have hoped for.
Oh, I get it. 就是实现的意思. So, what are you going to do with all the money?
Well, I've been thinking of trying out that new steak restaurant.
That's it? That's the big dream you're going to live out?
Well, I only won 1,000 NT.
Don't get me so excited unless you have something more interesting to live out.
So again, these kids get to live out their dream or live out their fantasy of becoming famous. I have a fantasy of traveling to the eastern part of Canada. I hope someday that I can live out this fantasy and make it happen. Well, students are taught to be better musicians, to be better actors, and to be better dancers, but the road to fame is by no means easy. So here, by no means means not at all. If you want to be famous, or the road to fame is not an easy road to travel. It's by no means easy.
Yeah, there's a lot of competition in this high school. You can imagine everyone wants to be the best. Well, there's a girl named Denise, and she's a new student at the school, and she's always trying to please her parents. I bet a lot of you know what that feels like. When you want to really please someone, it means you want to do anything you can to make them happy or proud of you. And that's what she wants to do. Now, she really has parents that are wanting her to become a pianist. Sometimes you'll hear this term pronounced pianist. It can be pianist or pianist. Both are correct. But Denise doesn't want to play the piano. That's what a pianist is. She wants to become a singer.
That sounds like your story, right? You could play the piano
And the violin.
And the violin, but you chose
I wanted
to be
to sing.
You wanted to sing, so you became a singer later.
Yeah.
But of course, to make a living as a singer is quite a difficult thing to do. So her parents want her to be a pianist, but she wants to be a singer. And she has to decide who she's going to please. Will she listen to her parents, or will she follow her heart, which means to do as her heart tells her to do and live out her dream?
I think I know what I'd want to do, but before we talk about that, we're going to let our Chinese teacher talk to you for a while, and then we'll be back.